everybody, this is Jim and Paul with your weekly lineup. Starting on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have the Twisted Southern Horror Queen with Arthur Lynn Gibson. And at 9 o'clock, we have Chit Chat with Kathy and Jean. At 10 o'clock, we have Straight Talk with Matt Hazley.
And on Tuesdays at 8 p.m., we have Cosmopolitans with Lauren. At 9 p.m., we have Talk Time with Val. And at 10 p.m., we have Rock Talk with Amy Shafalo.
On Wednesdays at 8 p.m., we got Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars with your host, Johnny Blender. At 9 o'clock, we got Sports Insider with Glenn Spellman. At 10 o'clock, we got Get Your Swole On with Randy and Mike. And at 11 o'clock, we got Straight Talk with Matt Hazley.
And on Thursday nights at 8 p.m., we have Pod Talk with Jim and Paul. At 9 p.m., we have Podcast University with Harrison and Ben. And at 10 p.m., we have Night Talk with Joe Rocks. And at 11 p.m., we have Just a Thought with Hans and Victor. And at midnight, it's Trudy Light.
And on Fridays at 8 p.m., we have Summer 13 Films with Glenn and Sean. At 9 o'clock, we have Sports Insider with Glenn Spellman. And at 10 o'clock, we have Straight Talk with Matt Hazley. That's your weekly lineup. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much.
The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to say good evening to you tonight on Thursday, July 6th at 9 p.m. You are currently listening to Podcast University. I'm sitting here today. My name is Harrison Cohn with my co-partner, Benjamin Kaizel. Benny, you look good and tan today. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Happy to be here as always. Excited. We have a great show ahead of us today.
But that's really the confidence. That's really the confidence that really makes this show great. Because even while we're recording it live to you guys, Thursday at 9 on Arm Radio Boston, we still know that all the hard work and effort that we put in during the week is really going to show off in the episode tonight.
For sure, definitely. And we exude confidence because we're both currently wearing Big Baller shirts, so we're Big Ballers. That's how we do it. Shout out LeVar Ball. Shout out Lonzo Ball.
Big Baller brand Ben is talking about. It's a brand of future NBA player, his father, future Laker, his father, and the three brothers. And because of three balls, they go by Big Baller brand. And we're all about self-promotion. And if you work hard, you deserve to sell it. And the Big Baller brand shirt, we appreciated it, and we're Big Ballers, so we're all about it.
One thing about that I saw today, I didn't read much into it, but I saw a headline, and I thought it was interesting, and it's going to be, I bet it's successful, just based on the headline. It said the Ball brothers and the father are having a reality show on Facebook Live.
I saw that too. Yes, I saw that too.
That's insane. That's kind of a unique thing. I don't know of any other shows that air on Facebook Live. So I thought that was really interesting, and just the Balls have so much publicity right now that I think it's a really good idea, and I think it's going to be pretty successful.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. For two reasons, I agree with the statement that the Ball family show on Facebook will go well. Is first, that Mark Zuckerberg's a genius. There's no way that guy is investing or doing something that critical if he doesn't think it's going to pay off.
You think, does it have to do, obviously Facebook's his app, but does that, can't you just put anything on Facebook, or does he have to, is he approving that?
I think it's a reality show through Facebook.
Oh, okay.
So, like, even if you're not friends with the Ball family, it's still going to show up. Like,
okay.
Sometimes when they do, like, a baseball game live on Facebook, it'll say, this game is live on Facebook tonight.
Okay. I didn't know that, but yeah, he's definitely...
So he'll be like the executive producer.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That makes it even more intriguing.
And two, this family, I don't want to say like has captured our hearts, but they've become notorious, and people know them. Like my mother knows who the Balls are.
So many people know who he is. Like obviously, I don't think your mom's a big basketball fan, but the fact that she knows,
I don't think my mom knows what basketball
Yeah.
is, but she knows who the balls are.
Right, so that's pretty crazy. I saw that they're all over the place right now. They were on like WWE or whatever.
You saw that?
And what's it, Leanne? No, what's the little one? LaMelo. LaMelo said the N-word or something, and it was like a big deal, I guess. But
Of saying that on USA Network, yeah,
yeah,
big deal.
Yeah, but yeah, they're all over the place, and the show will probably be a hit. I don't know how good the content's going to be, but people are going to be tuning in for
And people
sure.
like reality shows either way.
Yeah, definitely.
So, without further ado, we were talking about USA Network, and I once heard this really funny joke in Workaholics. He goes, "We are the USA. Our motto is characters welcome." So he said the motto from the TV network with the motto of the country. I thought that was really funny.
That kind of flew over my head.
It's like, you know the TV network called USA?
Yeah.
They said, like he said, this is USA, characters welcome. So he's like talking about this country, like making a patriotic statement, but he was using the motto from the TV show.
Is that what their motto is?
Yeah, that's what the TV show motto is.
Okay.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah. You probably had to see it on the show. Your delivery wasn't that great.
But like I said at the start of the episode, Ben, you look pretty tan, and you look like you took a few days off working out as well. Do you want to tell me what you've been up to recently, this weekend?
Yeah, this past weekend was 4th of July weekend, holiday weekend. I had a bunch of days off. Went to the beautiful Jersey Shore,
The Jersey Shore.
I went to Long Branch, New Jersey. Not Seaside, where the reality TV show is hosted, but I feel like the characters are not that far off between Seaside and Long. To be honest, like Long Branch 4th of July weekend, it's obviously really crazy packed because everyone is off, and there was definitely some characters there. But I had a lot of fun. I drank a lot of margaritas and ate a shitload of food, and as Harry alluded to, I probably gained like 5 to 10 pounds in like 3 days.
It.
No, but it's all good. It was a great weekend, and I had a lot of fun. Now, where were you?
So, you were in the Jersey Shore, right? And a lot of people, like when people ask me if I like the Jersey Shore, I always say I like it until I step on a heroin needle. Because I feel like the place is kind of gross. Did you have any interactions with anyone interesting or anyone gross?
Parts of the Jersey Shore are gross. Parts of it are really nice. And I actually went to a bar in Belmar, New Jersey. It's called Bar Anticipation. It's a huge bar. It was a lot of fun. But there were some normal people there, and there was just a lot of different type of people there. But I met this one really Italian dude, stereotypical Guido, juice head out of his mind, wearing a tank and he introduced himself as Jake the Situation.
You're no fucking way. This guy introduced himself as Jake the Situation. Well, did you come up with that on your own?
The way I told him that he reminded me of Mike, just the way he mic'd the situation.
Okay.
Just the way he carried himself, which it really isn't a nice thing to say to someone, but he just really gave off that vibe.
Laundry.
Yeah. What is it?
It's GTL.
Yeah.
Gym Tan and Laundry.
So that true story that actually happened. I don't know if he was messing with me or not. He was pretty intoxicating, dancing on some girls pretty creepily, and it was an interesting scene for sure.
That's really funny. But the beaches aren't dirty, and unlike our governor, Chris Christie, people are actually allowed on the beach.
What did he rent?
So, for all of our Boston people out there, because we are on Arm Radio Boston, and we have a big Boston audience, but over the summer we've been broadcasting from New Jersey. And in New Jersey, we have what we like to call big man in office. Not because he's got a lot of power, but because he's a big boy, Chris Christie.
Yeah. I love that meme of him, eating it actually happened at the Nets game or something.
Yes.
He's eating, the
bratwurst.
The king size of, the king size, M&Ms or something.
Oh.
The candy. You haven't seen that meme? I'll send it to you.
Send it to me, yeah. We'll put it on our Twitter, at Podcast Uni. We're going to put the photo on our Twitter. And he's a big guy in office, and recently, while the government was trying to figure out their budget, I'll just scroll through this quickly because we don't need to talk about that, but while the government was trying to figure out their budget, the government had a shutdown. And what happens when the government shuts down is all the beaches shut down. So all the beaches were shut down, but then Chris Christie and his family, no shirt, not really caring about anything, show up at the beach, and he got in a lot of trouble for it.
Yeah, definitely not a good look for him, but him and his family were doing his thing.
But then the next day, when Chris Christie, when the beaches were open, when the government reopened, they had a banner fly over and say, "At Gov Christie, get off the beach."
Yeah.
And people were cheering throughout the whole beach. It was one of these. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was definitely not a good look. But I don't think people were surprised. You know what I mean?
No. And he doesn't care about political optics or anything.
Yeah. But yeah.
So, going back to the Jersey Shore, I can imagine there must have been crazy traffic going back. How long is the drive usually, and did you encounter any traffic? Or
the drive wasn't too bad. I think it usually takes 45 minutes. It took me like an hour, 15 hours. It really wasn't bad. We got lucky. But on the way back, I ate a lot of... We stopped in Red Bank at a really, really good Chinese restaurant. And the whole way back, I was farting my brains out. So I want to apologize to my family and my girlfriend because I made the ride extremely unpleasant. But I couldn't help it.
So they would have probably preferred traffic over what you were doing.
Yeah. But, Chinese food and a long car ride is not a good combination.
Give me a preach on Chinese food and a long car ride is not a good situation.
I'm going to preach Chinese food and the car ride is not a good combo.
And if you guys didn't realize what we just did, we said that 3 times. When we say something 2 times, it's important. We have never three-peated ourselves on air. I am going to tell you, when we three-peat ourselves,
you better
heed that advice carefully. Yeah, take note.
Take note.
Hashtag three-peat.
Hashtag take note.
Hashtag. All right, so Jersey Shore, and I wanted to get as far away from Jersey as possible. I said, I'm out, right? Yeah. I go, I'm out of Jersey. So
Harry's been has had a lot of strenuous work. He needed time off. He needed to get away from all of his life struggles.
Then most people think working as the museum doll boy and being the handsomest
twice
guy
a month
is exhausting, and they would be correct. It's hard sitting down and watching humpback whale movies 8 times and texting on your phone hoping that nobody catches you. It's not easy.
Trust me, I know all about that, but not the humpback whale part, but the going on your phone for hours, sitting, doing absolutely nothing. But tell us where you went this weekend. How was it? Give us a little rundown of the weekend.
So I went to the Hamptons this weekend with my family, a bunch of my buddies. Shout out Jay Lev, shout out Moose, shout out Brett, shout out Roflo, shout out JD. And we went up to the Hamptons, took some good Instagram photos. And
I only saw one, and it was your Instagram.
It was one Instagram photo,
yeah.
But I wanted to say Instagram photos because I thought it was funny.
Yeah. I saw the one, and I, of course, commented on it.
Yeah, you commented hashtag PodU.
Yeah.
Did you like my caption?
It
was mules. Yeah. For Moscow Mules, our favorite drink.
No, not my favorite drink.
Not your favorite drink anymore. We'll get back to that.
I'm long past that.
So I was in the Hamptons, Ben, and I had a great time, but there was something that wasn't that great about my time.
What was it?
So we went out to 2 nightclubs both nights, and as all of our listeners know, I don't turn 21 for another 7 days.
Wow.
For another 7 days. Today the 6th. Another 7 days. Wait, let me do it on my fingers. 1,
just say
2,
when your birthday
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So for another 7 days, on July 13th, I turned 21. Hey. So I use other people's IDs to get in, but they asked me my birthday on the other ID I used, and I didn't know it. They didn't let me in.
I feel like this has been a theme of the summer for you.
Yeah, I've been having a hard time, but I've done well. I've had some really good nights in the city.
That's true. It's been on and off, but I guess that's expected when you're not 21.
So that happened. I forgot my birthday. I was so embarrassed.
That sucks. So you went out there and then you couldn't
I went out twice and I couldn't go out.
Ooh.
But as a good friend I said to my buddies, you know what? Have a drink for me, right? Have a good time for me and do something I would do. So a lot of them busted out the Pod U dance in the middle of the club. A lot of them said, What up? Something I would do. But
Nice.
that was really fun, and I'm really excited for my birthday. And Ben, I think all of our listeners want to know, what do you plan on getting me for my birthday?
I can't ruin the surprise, dude. I can't. I'm not big on gifts, but you definitely deserve one after all this hard work that you put in. Did anything else eventful happen?
So I have
this weekend.
So
besides not going out.
I have 2 really good stories involving females.
Nice. Let's hear it.
Well, they're good stories, but they're bad stories.
Elaborate.
I will. So, first story, it's Sunday. It's Sunday at around 1 in the afternoon, right? We go to this place. No, it's Saturday. I'm not sure. It was either Saturday or Sunday. And we go to this kid's house, one of my friend's friends, and the kid, freaks out and says, I need to go into my room to sleep. So we're left at his house, drinking his beer with, the 3, Cuban Miami girls.
What were you doing? How are these Cuban?
They must have been friends with the kid who had to take a nap while he had all these guests here.
Or from Miami?
No, he was, he's a little Jappy.
Yeah, he's a little Jew.
Jap means Jewish American princess.
Okay.
And we see these girls, and we're like, all right, Jake left. Our friend who took us to this kid's house abandoned us. So it was just me, my cousin, and my other friend, and we knew nobody there, right?
Yeah.
And we see, the 4 Hispanic girls, this Hispanic guy, that were at the party, but, weren't really talking to us, whatever. And we're we have no idea how to get home. At 3 miles away, we have no idea how to get home, and we don't know any of the cab numbers. We're not Hamptonites, so we don't know much.
Yeah, there's no Uber.
What?
No Uber.
No Uber.
Yeah,
No Uber. So we asked them, we're anyway, you can give us a ride. So it's 9 of us squished into
They gave
this
you a
little
ride?
Volkswagen Jetta. Everyone sitting on top of each other.
Yeah.
I'm coughing. I'm freaking out. Too hot. And then we end up inviting all these girls back to the house that I was staying at. And it was just a funny experience because then my dad and my aunt and my uncle came home and they're who the fuck are these people?
How old were they?
18, 19, 20, around our age.
Yeah,
But
okay.
it was just funny.
That is
everyone
funny.
came home at once. All these Jewish parents.
Yeah.
And we're who are these girls? What are they doing?
Yeah. That's
it. Yeah. We went to the pool, went in the hot tub. Whatever. That was it. And then we didn't see them again.
Did you get a number?
We did.
No, hesitation.
We did. We did, but I'm kind of getting the vibe. I shouldn't be calling it.
Yeah, not calling you, but you could have texted that night or something.
Yeah. I don't think it's my time. You know what I'm saying?
They weren't feeling. Basically, you're saying they weren't feeling it.
I don't think so. I think I would have picked up on the vibe if they were.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But you know what?
Get him next time.
You win some, you lose some.
Get him
Exactly.
next time.
And then, Ben, I have a horror story to tell you.
Oh, God. What happened?
So, I'm a little nervous who's going to hear this right now, but
No, go ahead.
Monday night, we're having a barbecue, right?
Yeah.
We're inviting over my dad's good friend, and my dad's good friend has all these daughters. Has one daughter, and all of her friends are there.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's
Has
me.
all these daughters. That's a weird way.
Has 17 daughters from 16 different mothers.
He's a player.
Yeah. He's been on Maury 7 times. No, so his daughter has all these friends over, and I'm with all my buddies. Right now I have 6 friends over, so I mean, if you guys can't catch a drift, I'm pretty fucking popular.
Popular
That's
dude.
what I'm saying.
How
yeah.
old were these chicks?
So, chicks our age. Actually, a year older than me.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we go, you know what? Why don't you guys all come over with your dad and come over for a barbecue? They come over. We go, let's get you a drink, whatever. Why don't you get us something to eat? They drink our liquor for 10 minutes and eat our food for 10 minutes and then say, you know what? We actually have to go.
Oh, that is a
And like,
scummy move.
and they go up to me. They go, Harrison, your friend's being social. I go, you got here a minute ago. We're playing beer pong.
Wait, who said this?
These girls.
They just said they left.
No, before, like at the beginning, they're like, are your friends social?
They said that?
They said that to me. They asked me. They're like,
Yeah.
are your friends social?
Sure.
Like, are they going to come say hi to us? I'm like, calm down. Like,
Yeah.
my friends are some of the most social guys in the world.
Yeah.
Like, you know who were there. Matt, Brett,
Yeah.
Ross, Jake. All these guys,
Wait, so our friends didn't know these girls.
They knew of them. They're like
Yeah, I feel
they're all
just to
Syracuse
clarify,
girls.
I'm surprised to hear that they didn't know each other because all these
So we didn't know a lot of them
There's a
because
lot-
Ben, they were
there's a big Jewish connection there.
yeah,
So
they
I'm pretty surprised.
yeah, they were some, but you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But we didn't know most of them, and we saw them, and I like didn't know how to react. Like I was like, I get it if you want to leave, but don't come in, make yourself drinks, and eat our food, and
that's
then leave.
insane.
And I was like,
and then give it
and like
10 minutes. Well, that's crazy.
and I was like a little pissed. I'm like, I know it's not that like we're ugly dudes or like that we're unfriendly. So like I was like, either you found something much better to do, and then tell us that. Be like, all right, like we have a party we're going to, but they're like, we're going to wait until we go out for dinner. And I'm like,
that's very weird.
Yeah.
Doesn't really surprise me though. It seems like a Hamptons thing to do.
what do you mean?
Just like
like be a
overprivileged,
moocher,
yeah, right.
yeah.
Like overprivileged people. Just like I don't know who these girls are, but I'm just saying it sounds like overprivileged girls.
The
just
two
like,
of the girls that were there, I liked a lot. Let me
I'm
say
sure
that
they're
a lot.
great
Yeah.
people, but
Yeah,
it just
two of them. I'm
kind of just like take it for granted. Whatever, I'll just eat your food, like make some champagne, and just
and like
dip.
and girls that don't know my family, don't know my parents.
Yeah,
like,
that's fucked up.
Like, and they weren't even drinking my alcohol; they're drinking like my dad's alcohol. And like
Yeah.
we said, we
And
go. You know what? You're here. Go grab a drink. They're like, oh, I'll have this. I
Right,
go,
so, like-
no, they said go make me a drink first off, and I'm like,
That's fucked.
she's like, can you go grab?
First of all-
I'm like, do you guys want a drink? They're like, yeah, can you go grab us one? I go, I'm sorry. She goes, we're kind of hanging out in the hammock right now. Can you go grab us one? I go, you know what? And I was very polite about it. My friends will get pissed off at me if I don't come back to the beer pong game.
Yeah. So and just you said they were drinking your parents' alcohol. So
And
just
hours that we bought that morning.
Right,
'Cause
so-
we didn't want. I put it this way: my friends didn't feel comfortable drinking my parents' alcohol because they
Yeah,
go,
right,
You
so
know what? We're 21.
it is-
We're going to be polite.
But
Buy our own alcohol.
let's just give our audience like an example of the difference in quality. So we're
Okay.
probably drinking like Natty Light compared to
Stella.
Stella.
Yeah, or like vodka wise, like I think like they weren't taking from the Tito's bottle that we want, but maybe
Which
the
isn't
Ciroc
too
bottle
shabby.
that my uncle
Yeah.
bought. Like.
just fucked up.
And like totally, like I'd get it. Like if they knew my father, right? Like my father is a very generous guy. If they knew
Yeah.
my father, like they could take it. But these girls don't know my dad.
regardless,
They don't.
yeah,
They don't know me. And like, and I said if they were staying for hours, I would have been so okay with them taking alcohol, taking
Yeah,
food.
maybe after a
because
little,
you're hanging out.
Yeah, maybe after a little bit of time. Like,
No, but if you're staying, like if you're planning on staying, you can have a drink.
yeah, no, for sure. I'm
It's
not
fine.
saying
Yeah,
that,
but then like bail in 10 minutes, I was not happy.
not a good move. Not a good move on their part, but it's all good. It sounds like you had a great weekend.
Yeah,
Otherwise.
you know what? Thank you for putting in a good narrative for me
Yeah.
because I did have an awesome weekend, and I just want to thank all my buddies who came out, and I think maybe me and Ben may have a weekend of the Hamptons
Yeah,
this weekend.
might go down. We will keep you updated from our live Twitter feed.
Yeah,
We
at
are now-
Podcast Unit.
We are now followed by Gronk's brother.
Chris Gronkowski.
Yeah.
And for all you people listening on RM Radio Boston, Chris Gronkowski is the brother of Ben. Give me a little drum roll.
Oh, 1 second.
Super Bowl champion tight end, Rob Gronkowski. We have a sibling of a Super Bowl champion following our Twitter.
And
now, if that doesn't say that we made it, then I don't know what does.
And we are confused about it, but we love it.
We love it, yeah. And also, just a reminder to anyone who's interested in following us on Twitter, just let us know. Follow us, and we will give you a witty comment. Like, we'd like to give everyone compliments, talk about them. So just follow us on Twitter. We're an interactive fan base.
Definitely, you'll get a little laugh out of our tweets. We post interesting content. I don't know if it's interesting, but speaking of weekend getaways, because me and Harry might do this
Might have
Hamptons
one, yeah.
trip, we are also our fantasy football league, as we discussed in the past. We're planning a trip to Atlantic.
Fantasy football, NFL.
Yes,
Okay.
we are planning a trip to Atlantic City sometime this summer. But logistically, it's really tough because we have 12 guys in the league, and everyone has scheduling conflicts. Everyone's in different parts of the country. But what my what I've been talking to our league about is just regardless, even if it has nothing to do with fantasy football, we need to take this trip, even if it's just 5 or 6 guys to AC and just have a fun weekend, a rowdy weekend, and just somehow connect it to fantasy a little bit. And so we have an excuse to rent a Airbnb and have a good time gambling or doing whatever in AC.
So what's really at the root of what Ben's saying is our friends look for any excuse to go drink and gamble at any point.
Yeah, at a
so
new
if we can
place.
blame it on fantasy football,
Exactly.
I'm all about it.
Yeah, this needs to happen. I'm going to make a strong push.
Well, Ben, you are co-commissioner.
Am I?
Or second in command.
I'm I'm listed as
You
that.
have clout.
but,
You have clout.
Yeah, I've been in the league as long as anyone.
Yeah.
But so I'm going to make a strong push to make this happen because it will be a great time.
Yeah, Ben, I appreciate you throwing that out there, and I'm definitely in. Play some bees, play some hold'em, some
Roulette.
some roux. What number are you going roulette? Any interesting number?
7.
7. Me too. No, it's a good number. So I came home today because I had to record it, and I was gonna say let's record online, but we just felt that's not really fair to our listeners.
We do enough online recording. That sounds kind of weird, but we do enough online recording during the school year, and we know from experience that distance is tough.
No, but I mean, what Ben's really saying, and Ben, tell me if I'm speaking out of line here.
Okay.
I think what you're saying is nothing in this world really matters more to us than the content that we provide for our listeners. And if there's anything that we could do to make it better and more enjoyable for them, we're going to do that. No matter how out of the way or how much of an issue that is, that's the only thing that matters to us.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. Thank you for that.
So while I'm home alone, for being home to record, I looked for things to do at home, and I don't want to stay at home because I'll go a little crazy.
Wow, crazy.
And having a little hard time figuring out the air conditioning as well. But
Did you call your parents freaking out yet about the AC?
No, but I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
I'm kind of.
I thought you would by now. That's surprising. I'm proud of you.
Well, I thought I called them and I said, "How do I work it?"
Yeah, so
I said I was going to die.
Okay, so that I consider that freaking out a little.
But it was fine. So what made me think about it is if I'm really hot in my house and I'm bored, what's something that's cold and entertaining?
I have no clue.
So you're probably thinking of beer.
Cold and entertaining.
Yeah.
Is it beer? I don't know if that would cool you off, but I guess you can have a cold beer. That's entertaining.
Is that your final answer?
I have no clue. It's clearly not a cold beer, the way you're phrasing this, but go on.
What, Ben, I'm going to ask you one more time before I tell all the listeners of what I arrived upon when realizing I was really hot and really bored in my house. And I said, I want to do something that's both entertaining and cold. What do you think I'm talking about, Benjamin?
A cold shower while listening to a show or something.
So that's a very good guess, Ben. But what it actually is it's a movie theater. And I thought to myself, I would love to go see a movie by myself. Have a Diet Coke.
See, I was confused. I thought you meant in your house.
You should have thought out of the box. You saw it.
I
thought in the box, which
I
is
thought
the
that
house.
was out of box answer. Cold shower, listening to. Okay, but
listening to
what
Khalid?
Yeah, exactly. I've been listening to Location 5 times a day.
Send me.
And I'm gonna go to another concert in August.
Where?
Beware.
And Beware, New Jersey?
Terminal 5 or something in
the
New York
city?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of dope.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But what movie?
So, I just felt like I want to go see a movie. I feel like it will be something that'll pass 2 hours. I enjoy movies. The seats are comfortable for days.
A lot of these movie theaters have these unbelievable.
Oh my god! Absolutely.
But seriously, these new chairs are.
They're tight.
They're great.
Yeah.
I kind of want to buy one for my house.
I'll definitely buy one for your house.
In my room or some shit.
Buy one for both of your rooms.
Recliner. It's so nice. These chairs.
So the chairs are great, and I'd want to watch a movie, and I think to myself, maybe I could go see a matinee. But thinking about a matinee, he goes, "What's Matt doing?" And then I ended up getting lunch with Matt. So
And then Nene.
and then I thought about Nene Hilario signing with the Rockets. No, but what happens to me is my mind goes so fast. I go matinee, Matt, lunch, sushi, and it just happens just like that. And that's 2 hours I spent eating sushi with Matt.
Why? That was really stupid.
But I swear to God, that's what happened.
That was your?
I
thought
swear to
process?
God, that's
All
right.
right.
We're not going to talk about this. I swear.
What kind of sushi did you get?
Oh my God, I got sushi for days.
You had all you can eat sushi.
Yeah.
But what?
But
favorite roll? Top 3 rolls.
I don't know. I'm too nervous. Too nervous. I don't really know. I kind of look at the descriptions of them when I film out. Yeah.
You don't really like sushi.
Yeah, I'm a diva. So, I want to go see a movie, and I was looking at a matinee, but then I didn't have time for matinee, so I'm thinking of going to like a 9 o'clock film tonight. What do you think of that? Is that something weird to do? And all of our listeners on Arm Radio Boston right now, is that something weird to do, to go to a 9 o'clock movie alone with no friends, crying, wearing all black?
I think it wasn't weird until the end there when you're talking about wearing all black, crying at the back of the movie theater.
Well, I want to see a sad movie. That's why I want to cry.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. But normal.
I don't think I've ever done that, but I don't have anything wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't know. I've never thought to go to a movie by myself. I don't know why that is, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it, and I think you should go for it.
So if I did it tonight and I put it on my Snapchat story, Harry all alone in the movies, how many people would be like, you know what? I really like his independence, and how many be like, this guy's a fucking weirdo?
I think you get a mix there. I think some people would find it funny, and some people would question you a little bit, and most of the people just won't really care.
98% of people will give a shit. And only the people who care will be the people who I bug sending 7 pictures.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
Reply snap.
Reply snap. Reply snap eating your favorite butter popcorn.
What movie are you thinking of seeing? What is that?
That's a crazy person laugh, because that's what I think I sound like. I'm thinking of seeing Baby Driver. I've heard really good things about it.
Yeah, I saw it last week. Great movie.
I swear to God, Ben, if you spoil this movie for me on air, I will have a bitch fit.
B-A-B-Y, baby.
B-A-B-Y, baby.
He says that a lot.
Who does? Kevin Spacey?
Baby. You'll see when you see the movie. Get back to me. The main character does a really good job.
Does he do? Is that what he sounds like?
Actually, there's a flashback where he's a baby.
Does he cry?
Yeah.
Wow. You just
I don't
spoiled the
wanna
movie
say
for me. You just
anything,
ruined the movie for me.
You should definitely see the movie, though.
So, the movies are something that are both for Jews, Muslims, and Christians alike.
Just not black people.
I didn't say
I'm
didn't
joking.
say
It's
it.
for everyone. You didn't say
So, the movies... I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding. I loved it.
Thanks.
So, movies are for all people of all races and religions, but I was thinking of, like, what are things that are, like, innate to Jews, like, only Jews have, and the two things that I came up with are both country clubs and synagogues.
I feel like country clubs are not Jewish at all. They're like
Jewish country clubs are Jewish.
I didn't even know. I feel like stereotypically, a country club's like anti-Semitic. I feel like, or at least in the
Well, okay, whatever.
Whatever. Go on.
But I was talking.
Synagogues are Jewish.
So I was talking to someone. It was a friend of mine, and she goes, "You should go to the country club for dinner Wednesday night. They have a huge buffet."
Wait,
and
you have a friend that's a girl?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's actually one of my friend's moms.
That's funny.
Yeah, and I knew Ben would call me out for it, because yeah. So one of my friend's moms, who was a girl, told me I should go to the country club for dinner. And I was talking to her about the country club, and she's like, you probably know a lot of the people who are there. It's all just Jews that you know. And I go, I actually just switched to Crestbound recently. We used to be at Cedar Hill. And I sound so spoiled. I sound
You're talking
I
the
sound so
Hamptons,
douchey right now. Talking
country
Hamptons,
clubs.
country clubs. But I don't. I mean, it's nothing, mate. It's my father.
No, it's not. It's not even bad. You're not. It's not. You're really not the type of dude that flashes what you have.
Which I have nothing. Put it that way.
No, yeah.
No, but I'm saying like, I have nothing. Like I have this radio show and I have all my listeners who are so loyal to me, but I really have nothing.
No, it's just funny.
I sound like such a douchebag.
You don't, but it's just funny. Just go on with your story.
So I've switched the two most Jewish places that I belong to, country club and synagogue, and I thought it was funny. Because I think we just got tired of Jews in the same place. We try to get bigger noses. That's what we're trying to see.
Our interaction, like especially when we come home for the summer, it's just funny how it's with like a lot of the same people. There's like a group of people that we just keep on seeing, and just at different times over the summer, at like same people but like in different places.
Yeah, like Mary Shiner at the train station.
Just like random. Just I don't know.
Wow. You're freaking out.
I couldn't explain that well, but
it's fine. So that was me sounding like a spoiled bastard.
You're very flustered about it.
Yeah. So talk to me.
what
What you've been up to? You've been working. How's work going? Because like you've been mentioning how hard I've been working on all the time. How's your work been going?
The most like I was saying to someone today, the most challenging part of my day is actually just waking up and getting to the train on time. Not really any difficult tasks. Obviously, it was the long weekend, and I just got back to work on Wednesday. That was my first day back, and no one is really in the office because it's a common... You're distracting me. It's a common thing to do. A lot of regular employees get that long weekend off, and then they take their pay days off. So
they take the payday on
Wednesday, Thursday, even the
Friday.
Rest of the week.
Wow.
So no one's really in the office, and my manager, who I report to and is the only one who assigns me work, isn't in. So I'm just sitting there.
Are you working?
No, I'm actually not working at all. I'm just
what did
searching
you
the
do
web
today?
completely.
You told me you were trying to watch...
I was trying to watch the Summer League.
Yeah.
I'm a basketball nerd. I'm pretty embarrassed to say that on air. I'm eagerly awaiting Summer League basketball, which is pretty sad.
I'm with you. I want Summer League basketball to come bad.
But anyway, so today I was trying to kill time by getting a coffee in the afternoon, like 30 minutes before I was about to head to the train, and I was starting to lose my mind because I've been sitting there so long. And of course, I every time I leave the office, I go to the bathroom first to kill even more time. What are you showing me?
You go to the bathroom to kill even more time?
You're showing me your old basketball shoes.
Anyway,
yeah, I kill the bath. I go to the bathroom to kill more time. And while I was washing my hands, I was leaning on the sink, and I got water all over my pants, and it looked like
God, are you okay?
I pissed myself. So I realized that I didn't want to walk outside with water all over my pants. So I had to sit back down, and I was pissed off about that. So that's my exciting story of the day.
So, what would you suggest to someone if they pee their pants in the future? How do you handle that? Do you stick paper towels on your pants? Do you dampen your pants?
My pants to make this
well, that's up for interpretation. We're going to let our listeners decide if Ben peed his pants.
If you pee your pants, you should...
if peeing your pants is cool,
yeah, you should
consider me Miles Davis.
Yeah. Do the Billy Madison. Thank you.
But work's good.
Yeah, work's great.
Work's great.
No one's there, and I'm not doing anything.
So, while we were out this weekend, I realized...
Oh, one thing that I did... Sorry, last thing about work...
Ben.
I'm not going to apologize.
Give it to me. Come on.
I felt important because I checked my timesheet today, and I realized Tuesday I had off, obviously, because it was 4th of July, but I got paid for that day. So I was like, I feel like that important people get paid when they're not at work. So I felt pretty cool.
I heard that only important people get paid when they don't have work.
I'm pretty important. No big deal, though.
I heard of you, the CEO, the CTO, and the COO. The four of you.
That was it.
They said, you know what? You guys have worked really hard on PowerPoints. I mean, no, on Microsoft Excel. And if you don't remember, About 2 episodes ago, we talked about Ben's issues with Microsoft.
Yeah.
You guys have worked hard. You guys deserve to get paid.
I
so
deserve
I'm
it.
with them.
Thanks.
So we were talking about the Hamptons earlier, and everyone, you said, kind of had that same vibe, like that same attitude. And I felt like I needed to wear a different outfit.
I was going to ask you, were you wearing a lot of white, like white jeans and shit like that? So
Ben, if you look at my book right now, I wrote Harry's new shirt of choice. It's a white Calvin Klein V-neck.
Nice.
It's all I wore every day, and I got it for $7 at Walmart. So just a quick ad for Calvin Klein. If you guys are in, not Walmart, Target.
yeah.
If you have a Target card, go to Walmart. $7 Calvin Klein t-shirts. They feel so good on your body. And when you step out that night, not only do you feel confident and proud, but you feel comfortable. And you feel like you could attack that night with any mindset that you have. If you want to play sports, that's your shirt. If you want to make out, that's your shirt. If you want to grab a beer and get to the front of the line, that is your shirt. Calvin Klein V-necks for $7 at Target. Get them before they sell out. Ben.
I wear a lot of white shirts as well. I don't wear Calvin Klein shirts. Ooh. I'm a big H&M guy. Same price though, about $7.
And
better fit
so
for me.
cozy. But
Yeah.
H&M,
I like
what are you wearing
I like
right now?
a little slimmer fit. This is different. Public Opinion or something. This is not a white shirt. It's a cheap.
And the public opinion of that shirt is low.
Thanks. No, but I wear a lot of white T-shirts. But I'm an H&M type of dude.
H&M guy.
H&M guy.
This guy.
They call me H&M guy. Did you know that?
Preach. So, you talked about drinking margaritas, and I wanted to tell you one more thing that I found out you
I
could
didn't
drink.
talk about that.
All right, well, tell me about drinking margaritas. Sorry that I brought it up without you talking about it.
I was telling him earlier that since LA 2 weeks ago, all I've been drinking is margaritas. I'm going to continue that until the end of the summer, and I'm looking to grade Little Ben.
And I don't care. I don't care what anybody thinks about it.
Yeah, so stop fucking
Stop
judging
fucking
me.
judging him.
All right, what were you saying though?
So, I found this drink. Well, actually, our good friend Brett. Remember the first week when Brett called in? Yeah, Brett called into our show, and Brett kind of sounded like, "Hey, my name is Brett Inowitz, and I'm from Short Hills, New Jersey." That's what he sounded like.
Yeah, that's exactly what he sounded like. Actually, it's kind of weird. It almost sounds like you're making an imaginary voice.
So, Brett heard of this drink called Loaded Land Shark. And so, you know how your beer never
Sounds
really...
like a game, like an arcade game.
Oh.
I'm just telling
Well,
you.
I mean, I'm more of an athlete. I don't really play that many arcade games. I'm just more about, like, being an athlete. Kidding. You're a great athlete, man.
Thanks.
So, you know how your beer doesn't fill up the whole thing? Like, it always goes to, like
glass.
Yeah, like, it doesn't always fill up the whole glass, because if you open it, it'll spill.
Sure.
So what they do in that remaining space is they pour tequila shots in there.
No.
So they pour 2 tequila shots in your Land Shark. Thus, we get Loaded Land Shark. And I'll tell you, Ben, 2 of those will put you on your ass. That's called Tequila and Brew. I was going to call it Brew Tequila, but Loaded Land Shark sounds a little better.
Tequila and beer combination doesn't sound that
Well, maybe
good.
it's just Tequila and Land Shark.
What's Land Shark?
It's like a type of beer.
Oh, probably. That's probably what it is. Interesting. I've never heard of that. I might look into that after the
when you
margarita
come.
bender.
Or,
No, I can't. I can't this weekend. I'm strictly margaritas. But
yeah, I actually, I heard the story, Ben, and I hope you don't mind me bringing this up on air, that someone bought you a beer at a bar, and they said, like, you seem like a great guy, let's buy you beer, and you go,
I
get
turned
this
it down. I
out of my face,
I threw it
want
in
a
the person's
margarita.
face. Yeah, I was like, don't ever try to do something nice.
And this was Jake the Situation. Jake the Situation.
Yeah, and then we got in a full-on brawl.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like you may be isolating a lot of beer drinkers out there.
It seems like I guess I am, but I'm having a good time doing it.
I'm just having a good time. They just trying to ruin it. Shout out to the fact that I'm the transition. LeBron's always rapping on Instagram. He recently gave a shout out to Steph Curry for making $44 million. Steph Curry's had a deal that's going to pay him $44 million for the next 4 years. Reaction.
Not surprised. The NBA, obviously the cap has went up tremendously the past few years, so it's kind of what he deserves in this market. And one thing I was kind of surprised about, KD took a big pay cut.
Huge pay cut.
But, like, if you think about it,
But
like, how much money does one person need, first of all? So, like, I don't really care that he took a pay cut. And second of all, he makes a shitload of money
off advertisers.
of his shoe and, like, just his shoes. Like, he probably literally makes $100 million off his shoe.
He does not make
But
$100
how much money does he
million
make?
off a shoe.
It's like the most popular shoe in the market.
It's not the most popular shoe. I think
It's
the
it's
LBJs
second.
and the
no,
Chefs
it's
suffer more.
It's Kyrie's number one, actually.
Wow. I have Kyrie.
It's Kyrie.
Yeah.
So do I. I just bought a new pair of Kyrie's. They're great.
Shout out Kyrie shoes.
Shout out Kyrie. How much money do you think a year annually? How much do you think he makes off his shoe brand?
12.
12 million.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I made up that number, but
Actually, not
The
even
fact is-
12 million. That's so much money.
he makes so much money. I'm really curious.
I agree, but I
now.
bet you he makes more off advertising than off shoes.
Okay, but just in general, he makes so much money not off his basketball contract.
Okay. I agree.
So I
you know what? I think I agree with you. I do agree with you that he makes a lot of money and that he wanted the team to be able to re-sign
Yeah,
Sean
so-
and Andre.
But like these pay cuts that these guys take to let other guys get big contracts, I don't think it's like unselfish or anything.
No, well,
like
I think they take pay cuts because they're happy where they are. Like,
Yeah.
Silicon Valley is a nice area to be.
And yeah, they have a great culture going on. It seems like they love just playing with each other.
Yeah, just
Did
love
you see
being with each other.
Swaggy P signed
Swaggy
with
P, 1 year,
yesterday.
5.2.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. It's going to be another reclamation project.
And then they got Omar Caspi, the only Jew in the league.
On
And he's-
a 1 year deal for $1.25 million. He's an exact Warriors player.
He's good.
Plays defense and he can shoot.
Yeah, they're so good.
But what I wanted to bring up with the Steph contract is LeBron tweeted it that he said Chef in an open market would make 4 times that.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I always find that interesting. Like, if you have an open market, like, are you paying LeBron and Steph and like these 4 guys who are the best players in the league $130 million a year?
You can't put a number on the I was listening to someone on the radio the other day, I forget who, but you literally can't put a number on LeBron's value for what he's done for the city of Cleveland. Even not
'cause
just
he-
in terms of basketball.
businesses,
Yeah, just like it's insane. He transforms the city.
Tourist attractions.
You can't put a number on LeBron, and I kind of agree with him about that. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I'm not going to question his argument about Steph Curry. I feel like he's very, very educated about the NBA free agency market.
But yeah, it was interesting. And some other big news is Russ. We talked about KD, but Russ is a new running mate right now, and the most child-friendly guy in PG-13.
Yeah,
So
I'm excited for that team. It's going to be interesting. I saw someone today or yesterday put the Thunder as the 4th best team in the West. First of all, it's way too early to be doing that kind of stuff, like ranking teams. But I for some reason, I feel like it's not going to be the easiest transition for them. I don't know how. Like, they were bad. Like, they were pretty bad. I know they made the playoffs, but
They were not
weren't
that good last
They weren't very good. They play very ugly basketball. It's going to be. I'm really, really interested to see how they do. For some reason, off my gut feeling, I think there's going to be some rough moments for them.
well, I think like Russ used to have to kind of defer to KD. Like KD is always the best player on the team. Like KD, they let him go ice 1-on-1, but then Russ last year just said it's my team. So Russ is going to have to go on a 3-year transition of being a guy who's passing it off a little bit, but still being aggressive, being totally aggressive, and now he's got to make sure Paul George is involved.
And also, it's been reported that Paul George wants to be a Laker next year when he's a free agent, an unrestricted free agent. So he goes from Indiana to Oklahoma City. So small market to even a smaller market. I feel like he might have one foot out the door.
Unless
He's
they're
just
really good, yeah.
Right, like he thinks they can legitimately contend for a championship. I feel like he's just thinking, oh, I can't wait to be a Laker next year. And maybe he's not
they
playing.
just signed Patrick Patterson. But
Yeah, that's true, but it's still not. It's not good enough to compete in such a great conference and with a couple super teams. So I kind of feel like Paul George might not play his hardest.
But you know what? It's funny. We have a lot of West teams that added a second guy. Harden added CP3. Russ added PG-13, and even a bigger one, not bigger, but bigger as in height, Nikola Jokic added Paul Millsap.
Yeah.
I think the Nuggets could be better than the Thunder next year. I think the Nuggets have a real squad. You got Jamal Murray, Gary Harris, Wilson Chandler, Nikola Jokic.
Yeah. Jokic and Millsap's going to be a dynamic front court. Both really skilled,
could be the best
big
front
guys.
court, second best front court in the league.
Behind the Pels.
Boogie and AD, yeah.
I'm very, very intrigued about the Western Conference in particular. A lot of new acquisitions, as we just talked about, and I don't know how it's going to play out, but it's going to be interesting. I don't think the Nuggets are going to be better than Thunder, but I understand your argument.
So that leads me to my next topic, because you're saying you're very intrigued about the Western Conference. What do you think about the idea of conference restructuring and having the seeding be 1 through 16?
Yeah, I've been saying that for a couple of years, actually. I definitely think it would be better for the NBA, better for the playoffs, when most of the people are actually tuning in. There'll be better matchups in the playoffs, and better teams will make the playoffs, and players that deserve to be exposed to the national audience that don't in the regular season will. For instance, guys like Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins, who combined have only made one playoff appearance, will get national spotlight, and I think that's well-deserved, and I think it's easily doable because...
You're saying all the planes, but
yeah.
I think, imagine you're a team like Milwaukee, right?
Yeah.
Imagine you have to go down to play the Magic, then 2 days later you're playing the Lakers, and then another day later you're back in Brooklyn. That's so much traveling for a 5-day span. And I think if you combine the whole Western Conference, no longer could the Brooklyn Nets play the Celtics, the Knicks, and the Raptors more than they play any other team. And the Sixers, because they're in their division. But if you were going to do 1 through 16, you couldn't have divisions because you don't want to be fair to other teams.
Yeah.
So these guys who already have a busy schedule would be traveling so much throughout the season to be able to play everyone equal.
I listened to Jeff Van Gundy speak, and he was saying he really doesn't think that would be a huge issue, and he has a lot of experience in the league. He said these flights are so smooth, and it's really not like you're getting served quality food. You can easily sleep on the plane or whatnot. So I think they should do it. Yeah, there will be some issues initially, but things will get figured out. And one simple solution that I could think of off the bat is maybe shortening the season a little bit.
I agree with that.
That's already a hot topic in the leagues. People think the season is just too long. So they could shorten the season a little bit.
Well, so yeah, all the powerhouses are in the West right now, and it's kind of been that way for the last 10 years or so.
Yeah.
And the West All-Stars, I saw a ranking that in ESPN's NBA rank, the only one player in the top 15 from the East was LeBron.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense why Kyrie's down in the top 15, but I'm not going to get mad about that right now.
Yeah, but
that probably
just
re-ranked.
shows.
Yeah. But the East got to keep one of their stars on a hefty contract at 3 years, $100 million for Kyle Lowry.
Yeah.
Do you blow the Raptors up, or you try to rebuild, or you just say Kyle Lowry's worth it and we need to keep him?
Everyone's obsessed with blowing up teams or whatever, rebuilding teams. It's not guaranteed that it would work. First of all, there's so much that goes into it. You need luck. You just need luck. You need a lot of things to go right. You need selecting the right guys. All this comes into play. So I think the Raptors are doing the right thing by keeping their core group together. Hey, maybe LeBron maybe leaves next year. The Raptors are in the driver's seat.
That's what
competing
I've heard, Boston.
Competing with Boston, yeah.
Who just added Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, which I'm very excited
I
for.
think the big decision for them is Isaiah Thomas has to realize that Gordon Hayward's the best player on that team. Because Gordon Hayward is the best player on that team. No matter what you say, Gordon Hayward is a 6'7" guy who can play. Isaiah Thomas is 5'9".
You're a hater of IT.
I'm not a hater of IT, but Gordon Hayward is a better player.
IT gets
and if they want to win more games, they have to run their offense through Gordon Hayward.
I think the culture in Boston is very, very strong, and I think Isaiah is a good dude, and I think he really wants to win, and he'll do whatever it takes. But I think
Isaiah didn't let Jay Crowder go one-on-one. He's going to need to let Gordon get his touches.
I think he's going to let Gordon get his touches. But Gordon's also a guy that doesn't need the ball in his hands all the time. And IT gets buckets better than almost as good as anyone in the league. So I don't know. You don't give IT enough credit offensively.
IT's had one good season in 8 years.
That's not. He was good the year before last year.
When he averaged 19 points?
He was good, yeah. He was good. Definitely good. He was was he an all-star?
One time.
No. Yeah, but he's... Okay, what about that... He's very good.
I think IT's good. I think he's one.
Great.
I think he's had one great year. Every year he's been fine. I think Gordon Hayward has been really good for 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. Okay. They're both going to be good. I think the Celtics are going to be a really good team.
Do you think the Celtics, with the addition of Gordon Hayward, have enough oomph power to compete with LeBron, Kyrie, and Caleb?
No, not this coming year, but. When LeBron leaves, or if he leaves,
it's their league.
It's their league, and they also are doing such a good job of building assets. Danny Ainge loves assets more than anything in the world.
But you gotta convert those assets.
No, I know, but it takes time.
Value.
Like, okay, everyone's like talks about the Sixers. Oh, they're doing great things. The process, trust the process. It's been 4 or 5 years. Yeah. You haven't seen. It takes time for these players.
They gotta be healthy.
They gotta be healthy, and it takes time. These guys come into the league when they're 20 years old. You're not gonna. It's a grown man's league. You're not gonna be an all-star when you're 12. Like, unless you're like Karl Anthony Towns or LeBron James, you're not gonna be an all-star when you're 21 years old. It's just not how it works. Your body's not even fully matured. You have to be 24, 25.
Yeah, players don't usually hit their apex till 25, 26.
Yeah, even like a lot of times your
like
prime
LeBron
is like
was a great
27 to like 32.
Yeah, exactly. Last topic before we go. Carmelo Anthony stays with the Knicks, goes to the Rockets, goes to the Cavs, other.
That, I don't know. I've been hearing a lot of reports. I have a feeling he's going to stay with the Knicks. I want him out. Not because I don't like him as a Knicks fan.
He deserves it.
He doesn't get treated well in New York. He really is a great basketball player. I don't know. Obviously, he's old now, but... He deserves... I really want him to get in a winning culture, and I think he can make a little resurrection.
I agree. I think he could have a great year with either the Rockets or the Cavaliers. Just Melo's really never had the opportunity to be a third option, and I think both those teams, he'd be the third option after either Chris Paul and James Harden or Bron and Kyrie. But that's all we have for you this week, folks. This is Harrison, Ben, and Ben. We look forward to seeing you next Thursday. Have a great weekend, and God bless America.
Nice shooting. Hey, that's a sweet AK-47 chest rig. Is that multicam?
Yep, got it from StrikeHardGear.com.
Strike what?
StrikeHardGear.com.
Set your sights on StrikeHardGear.com. Tough, tactical gear for your Soviet-style weapon that's made in the USA. Affordable, plus a no-questions-asked 30-day money-back guarantee and lifetime replacement warranty. StrikeHardGear.com. Go ahead. Pull the trigger.
Are you hangry? Know the signs. Uncontrollable yelling.
Why aren't you egg rolls?
Hallucination.
Sushi.
Pants discomfort.
I hate you, pants.
Hangry. It can happen to anyone. Fortunately, there's E24, the app that tells hunger to shut up.
Egg rolls. Thanks, Snoop.
E24. In my medical opinion, it's the best way to order food online, baby.
Hey everyone, I want to tell you all about an amazing salon. Joyce's, located at 132 Ferry Street in Everett, Massachusetts. Joyce's specializes in the latest techniques in coloring, styling, cutting, and beach waves. Joyce's features Sukesha all-natural nutrient products and organic color. Joyce's full-service spa and salon, located at 132 Ferry Street, Everett, Massachusetts. 617-387-6688. Specializing in you.
Hey there, all you creepy people. This is Kevin Wayne from Portland, Oregon. You're listening to Armed Radio, home of the big guns.